Marketing, where we discuss lead generation marketing strategies to help your business grow. I'm Renee, and today we're going to be talking about 3 key marketing strategies that can help you bring in leads, especially if you're a B2B company. Okay, so the first strategy we're going to talk about is content marketing. So the success of this strategy is focused on whether or not your content provides real value to your target audience. So that's part of the reason why it's so important to do your audience research and your market research before creating any kind of strategy. Because if you're creating content that isn't valuable to your audience, it's not going to push them to do anything. Most sales cycles have about 3 stages to them. So you have the awareness stage, the consideration stage, and the decision stage, and people must move through that sales funnel in order to make a sale, get to the decision phase. So you would really want to create valuable content for each stage of that sales funnel, and that will result in a successful content marketing strategy. Okay, so what kind of content makes sense for each stage of that sales funnel? What will move them through the sales funnel? Let's start with the first stage, which is the awareness stage. So these are basically leads who aren't familiar with your company or your service or the value that you are offering. So something that you might want to create for this is a piece of content that shows you understand your clients' big problems, you understand their big goals, you understand what they're kind of looking for, and for B2B companies, if we're doing a content strategy for a B2B company, the content we create for them in the awareness stage will be things that they can use to get clients themselves. So this could be a checklist of some sort, guides, how-to, anything that makes things easier for your clients and shows that you have a good understanding of a real problem that they have. So that's the type of content you want to create for the awareness stage in the sales funnel. Okay, so the next stage is the consideration phase. So these are people who know about your brand and your company and what you're selling, the value that you provide, but maybe they're still looking at other companies, possible competitors. Not everyone is going to be in your target audience, and there are going to be some companies that meet their needs better. So not everyone's your enemy. In marketing, you're really looking for your target audience. You're trying to find the people who your message resonates with, more than trying to force people or convince people to buy your service or good. Something that might be helpful in the consideration phase could be some sort of digital tool or possible case study, something that gives examples of how much someone could save, other big companies that you've worked with, or other success stories that you have, letting people know, like, hey, I don't just offer this value, but it's great to work with me for XYZ reasons. So that's example of content that would be helpful in the consideration stage. And then in the decision stage, so they know about your value, they've heard how you compare to other companies and what you offer versus what they offer. So now it's time to either close the deal or maybe they walk away. In the decision phase, you want to have very direct content, very specific to pain points and how you solve them. Testimonials is a good piece of content for this stage because it again enforces how great it is to work with you. So different types of content are best for different stages of the sales funnel, and you want to make sure that you are creating content for every stage and that this content, you can think about how this would be useful to your audience. Okay, so that's content marketing. That's where you're going to really get the opportunity to show your value to your leads. The next kind of strategy we're going to talk about is your social media strategy. So it is imperative that you find out where your target audience hangs out. For B2B companies, LinkedIn is a really popular one, but you need to do some research. One way, if you don't know where to start with your research, you can start with doing a competitor analysis. Just looking up what your competitors are doing in terms of social media can let you know where your target audience is or could be, just because they've probably already done that research and found that out. but you really want to find out what social media platforms resonate the most with your audience, so you can make profiles and push your content that way. Let people know about your content through your social media platforms, where you will have a very wide reach. It's not recommended to buy email lists or buy followers. You really want it to be very organic. Post regularly, make sure you're engaging with your audience. That's a good way too to know if your content is resonating with them. Ask for reviews, ask for them to look at something and let you know if that would be a useful tool for someone in their position. Try to get feedback. So your next strategy is your social media strategy, and it's really where you promote your content, aka your value, and engage with your audience. Okay, so you have your content marketing strategy, which will create value for your audience. You have your social media strategy, which will allow you to distribute that value and to continue to engage and keep up with your audience and their problems and how you can continue to provide value for them. And then the last essential strategy I highly recommend for generating leads is an email marketing strategy. So this one is a big one, and a lot of people do email marketing very differently. But what I suggest is creating only campaigns that you know are going to be highly valuable to your audience. You know, if you get someone's email that is sensitive information that you are not supposed to share with anyone else, sell to, or spam. So making sure that you're providing content that's highly valuable on a consistent basis will be very key to not only retaining leads or customers, but also moving people through that sales funnel. So moving from the awareness stage, where maybe they saw a piece of content you created and said to themselves, hey, this looks like something that would be really useful for me. I'll give them my email address in order to download it. Now they're on your email list. Don't send them a bunch of salesy pitches about how great your product is. Send them more content like the one that they downloaded, more tips and tricks and information, collateral, anything that would be useful to them. I have a couple of notes or articles on my blog, reneeholden.com, which will be linked below, about how to properly do email marketing. There are a lot of elements like making sure you have an optimized landing page that goes with links, or making sure that your email list is clean. Like, don't keep emailing people who aren't opening your emails. Like, if no one is opening your email, send them fewer emails. You don't want to spam someone who isn't very interested in your content. Making sure you take out bad emails, like emails that are no longer working, so that you have a high quality score and email server, so you have great deliverability. So there are a ton of factors regarding email marketing, but the basic reason why it's so important is because it helps nurture leads until they're ready to buy. So those are the three strategies. So you have content marketing to provide value, social media to engage with your audience and to distribute the value that you created with your content, and then email marketing to move people who have said, yes, I am interested in your content, through that sales funnel, and also to retain leads that you have acquired. Okay, that is the summation of just a very basic inbound lead strategy for B2B businesses. 3 important elements: content, social media, email, to keep those inbound leads coming. If you're interested in these strategies and want to learn more, I have a more fleshed out version of this video and blog post form on my blog, reneeholden.com, where I also have a lot of just very basic templates that you can use to start these marketing strategies and to implement them in your business. So please go down there and check that out, and subscribe if you're interested in more.